So Liz, you've just finished your round at the Rose Ladies Golf Series. How does that feel? I mean, something that was simply an idea not too long ago.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago it was an idea coming together, and now it's happened. I'm just overwhelmed. It's just been fantastic.
It's unbelievable, to be honest. You know, we were all a little bit jealous when we saw the UK swing on the men's tour, because we were like, you know, those golf courses are brilliant. The English fans really get behind the sport. And to see it happen for us, especially when we've obviously struggled for exposure a little bit over the years, and to have somebody like Justin Rose come out and support us, and then to get companies like Computer Centre get on board as well, it's like, it means the world. And from a career point of view, obviously it's great to have somewhere to play.
So here we are at Wentworth on the West Course for the final of the Rose Ladies Series, and what a fantastic tournament it's been so far, with some of the biggest names in UK women's golf competing in it. Before I show you the highlights of the final here, let me take you back to the very beginning and to how it all started. I have to say, being at nearly every single one of these events, what I've seen is nothing short of fantastic. You've had people and companies really come together to step up and support women's golf at what has obviously been quite a difficult and challenging time in the world right now. So throughout my time here at the Rose Ladies Series, I have gotten to know all of the people that made this amazing competition happen. And I feel that it's only right that I say a huge thank you to them, but also that I tell their story. So here it is. The LET announced a joint venture with the LPGA in January this year, with 2020 expected to be one of the best years on the LET in a long time. Total purse increased dramatically, and the schedule included more than 20 official events in 13 different countries, with 8 of those events due to be held in Europe. Sadly, due to the global pandemic, a few months later all sporting events were off and no professional playing opportunities remained for the foreseeable. With this in mind, LET player Liz Young came up with the great idea of having a one-day event at her home course, Brockenhurst Manor. The idea was simple: roll up, pay £125 that goes into the pot, and that gets divided amongst the top finishers. This one-day event is announced in Women in Golf, The Telegraph and other media publications, and it then gets the attention of Paul at Excel and Kate and Justin Rose.
I saw an article in The Telegraph about Liz Young doing a one-day event at Brockenhurst Manor, and I shared it with Justin and Kate and said maybe we should, could we do one at maybe Northants or somewhere in the UK close, and sent it to them. Within half an hour they replied back saying yes, we'd love to do that, and then half an hour later Justin was calling me saying I'll put this amount of money in and let's try and run a series. So it was a bit of a shock to me because I've never run golf tournaments. So yeah, here we are in the grand final, and we've done 7 so far going into the final. So it was all happened within 24 hours really.
And we talked about it, and I said, well, why don't we not just stick to one day, because there's still gaps in the playing schedule for the ladies, and it just sort of spiraled, and then other people have got involved, and I'm thrilled for the ladies to get a chance to be seen playing golf and having their turn, which I think everyone at home is probably enjoying seeing women playing some sport, because we've been a bit starved of that. You need people on the inside helping open the doors. It's not one or the other. I think together we're always stronger. So yeah, while there was a gap here and we had a vision with Liz of what we could do to fill it, we were thrilled to be able to.
With the big name of the Roses now behind this event, on the day the announcement goes to media, American Golf and Computer Centre get in touch to see how they can also support this newly named Rose Ladies Series.
I'd seen an article from Justin where it was talking about his involvement, and he was stepping forward, supporting the founder Liz Young and her original concept of the fact that the women weren't getting back to work as of yet, and she wanted to do something to get the community together so they had some competitive golf to play. And it just struck a bit of a chord with us, if I'm honest. It was we spoke about it internally. We felt that there was an inequality about it, and we loved what Justin was about and Kate and the conversations that they'd had publicly. And we just contacted them really directly, actually, on Twitter, and we asked the question: did they need any help? And it just so happened that they felt that they would like some additional support, and we were more than happy to get involved.
Now you've got sponsors such as American Golf and Computer Centre on board. How fantastic is that? Obviously something that women's golf really needs.
We did, and it's fantastic to see companies out there supporting the women's game, which is great, you know, and I just hope that more and more people can see this and see how good the women's game is and get behind it, and it'll just grow and grow.
With these great sponsors on board, the prize fund and the Sky coverage both increase, as does the popularity of the event, with Georgia Hall and Charlie Hull committing to play through to the final rather than play in the US. More venues are added to the schedule, including open venue Royal St George's and Justin Rose's home club of North Hants. The Rose Ladies Series is now a 10-day tournament that's come together in a matter of weeks. And that brings us to today, where there are 35 women battling it out to win. And as an added bonus, this is the first ever professional women's event to be held here on the West Course at Wentworth. Unfortunately, play has been suspended due to this massive wildfire behind me ripping through the course and nearly on the 10th tee. So play is going to resume tomorrow at 9:30. So sadly we were unable to come back the next day due to the wildfires continuing overnight. So the final was concluded after 2 of the 3 events, with Alice Hewson winning the final and Charlie Hull winning the Order of Merit. So a huge congratulations to those wonderful players. So all in all, the Rose Ladies Series has been such a brilliant event that came together in such a really short space of time. And it really goes to show what can happen when people believe in and invest in the great product that is women's golf. As a result, a real and, in my opinion, well-needed conversation has started to happen around women's golf, and I really hope that this is the start of something bigger and better. It's been an absolute pleasure to be involved in the Rose Ladies Series and be at nearly all of the events and just watching it all unfold. And all that's left for me to say is a huge thank you. Thank you to the volunteers, to everybody behind the scenes. Huge thank you to the players, of course. And I extend a massive thank you and express my gratefulness to Justin and Kate Rose for really stepping up, Liz Young for coming up with the whole idea and really kicking it all off, Computer Centre and American Golf for really putting their money where their mouth is and believing in women's golf, Paul and Molly at Excel Management, and the media for their great coverage of the series. You all have made such a huge difference, so thank you so much. Well, that is all from me. I really hope you enjoyed the coverage that I brought to you of these events, and I really hope you enjoy this video.